Alright, so we're back for the second match, PSU versus ASU. So in the first match, PSU actually won 7-6 against ASU on border. It was a really close call. And ASU have actually been doing really well on consulate from the previous match results. So I'm really excited for this match. PSU might ASU might be able to actually get a tie with PSU, which has only happened once with PSU. PSU have been doing really well this season.
Yeah, seems like, I guess, let me look at this. Seems like ASU has actually played every single map this season except for Bank, which they have banned every single week. I think that they just really hate Bank. But it's cool to see a team like this, branch out and have strategies on different maps and, kind of keep the other teams guessing. And we have the exact same bans as last time from the exact same teams, Glaz and Nomad, respectively, and Echo.
You can tell how much just what operators are overpowered just by looking at this banning screen.
Yeah, I feel like at least Nomad is like broken. she
Nomad is really strong.
Yeah, I think it's just like a lot of the attackers, Okay, well Kaid is banned this time instead of the Mira, so Mira will be in play. Um she's not quite as
Mirror
impactful in this map, but
only more impactful on one side, which is well, no, actually, I was thinking about Bank, but
yeah.
Mirror, it's not. Yeah, you're right. Mirror, it's not that impactful on this map. With Kaid, it's definitely easier to trick the garage wall, of course.
Yeah,
And
I think the interesting thing with Mira, especially on the second floor site, is there's just kind of areas that you can be a little bit, I'm not gonna say lazy on defense, but it's basically you can put these mirrors down and watch spots of upstairs, or maybe they get bullet potent downstairs, but you basically can just put it down and scare attackers away from attacking a certain spot. And that's basically it. Just kind of changes the flow of the map to kind of what you want. But it doesn't make the map impossible because there's at least enough spots to push on consulate, and you can always play below or above. But we'll see.
all right, so looks like it's gonna be second floor first. We see a pulse that's gonna be playing downstairs, of course, and that wall, that pulse reinforce, I actually don't see a lot of people doing it, but it's such a good wall to reinforce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
because when you're peeking from Skylight Yellow Stairs, you can just shoot that open. And when you have that wall reinforced, it actually gives you a really nice spot.
and from those west windows as well. Like if if you really just get penned in and maybe are in a man down situation, you can just sit there and you have at least hard cover that you can count on as well.
Exactly.
Well, in this case, not necessarily because you don't have the hard cover on yellow, but they actually opened up. And they're playing the Mira into the bathroom, so it looks like they're just kind of, I guess, doing a wide hold of this upstairs area.
Oh, they're putting the mirror facing bathroom.
Yeah, not from bathroom. So I guess that means that they just don't want to mess with bathroom, and I guess blowing open some of the holes from yellow, they might be defending from below yellow and below
And
on the stairs themselves and piano, I guess.
looks like we have a mirror on looking into admin office as well. This animation still looks really weird to me.
The sped up.
Yeah, the sped up deploying, what is that called? Breaching charge?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think earlier today I played and I was like, I'm gonna blow myself up, and then I forgot that they also kind of nerfed the damage on the outside. I was like,
yeah.
Thank you, Ubisoft. Thank you for that. But
Alright, so we see Pulse is just hiding in the corner with holding his gadget up. So he's well aware that there's a Blackbeard sitting outside of the double window.
yeah, and I guess he just is going to use that gadget. We thought he might play below, but instead he's just telling his team where everybody is, which
That's
is nice.
actually not a bad spot to play either, because the thing is, playing below, it's a lot more dangerous for when people push you, let's say from basement or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
But having just having that little spot to yourself, and they can't really push you unless they enter the room.
Right. He can't get hit from yellow because of the reinforcement, and he can't get hit from the window because it's tight enough of an angle. And then I guess he's counting on his team to. And it doesn't look like the angles are too bad from the rest of upstairs either. So
Yeah,
he's just going to
and
be a nuisance right there.
you can't find an angle to where the pulse is from the windows. And if you go in, of course, Pulse can just immediately kicks you out. The only thing that can kill Pulse right now, it's maybe from downstairs.
It does look like they. I can't tell if they have full control of downstairs yet, but it does look like at least IQ has cleared some of the first floor.
It looks like they definitely have control of lobby and piano. But, oh, and the Jaeger, of course, immediately rotated.
Yeah.
ASU have full control of Spiral Stairs and Long Desk. He is pushing into printers, missing the mirror.
Ooh.
And the Jaeger is able to pick her off. Oh, and they run out of time. They weren't able to put down the plant with the smoke.
That was a really solid defense. I'm definitely going to take some notes for my own personal use off of that. It was a very cool hold, even not including the Mira. That Pulse and Mira play, I think, I've never seen anything quite like that, and I am assuming that ASU hadn't either. So it was very difficult for them.
It definitely denied the bathroom entering. Cause imagine opening the bathroom window and you just see a mirror window staring straight at you.
You're just like,
It's scary.
yeah, so I don't want to deal with that. I'm good. And like, I know sometimes people, well, yeah, and it's just the one way, it's just a lot of information, and it cuts off one of the ways to push in, and they held the other spots well. It's like Pulse there. They had the mirrors watching two other ways. They might have been able to push through yellow, and they did push through Spiral, which was they were able to find the weak point, but not in time.
Yeah, they definitely took a little bit too much time trying to push, and left them not enough time to put the diffuser down or to frack the defenders. Okay, so instead of basement, they actually picked lobby.
It's an interesting hold. Maybe they're just also, I guess, trying to do what ASU did last map and pick an offsite to keep the other team on their toes. And it definitely looks like they're going to do an aggressive upstairs hold because you kind of have to with this one. Bringing the castle as well.
They completely sealed off Visa from going upstairs with the castle, blocking both the meeting door and the door to leading to admin office.
Completely reinforcing off spiral stairs there. Just gonna get castled as well from service stairs. So looks like they have a pretty big footprint upstairs, and it looks like they're going to be 2 or 3 guys playing up there.
Looks like this is going to be a really strong second floor hold. Just to deny the plans. Getting the vertical play.
Yeah, I think if I were PSU, the only thing I kind of would be worried about is the east side push, and maybe with admin, because they really just don't have any presence on that side of the map. And if
it's also with the castle that he only left one way for them to actually enter from admin, because they have to push from the long desk side, and you have to go all the way to CEO, because the outer side is just sealed off with castle. Unless you have a breaching charge, you can't go through there.
Which I'm not sure if the IQ is running the breaches, or no, she's running Claymore. So they are kind of funneled in here, even though they are a man up. Oh, 2 men up. There goes the smoke.
And looks like ASU is getting a really strong push here as well. They're able to take down 2 defenders upstairs and leaving the castle alone in CEO right now. But I'm pretty sure they have no idea where he is.
Yeah, I think they're still on their toes, obviously, and kind of doing it, but they aren't droning. Or they are droning now, but we'll see if they're able to find him in time, or if he'll push.
They're droning now. Blackbeard is in the same room with Castle, but it looks like they're not aware of each other.
Ooh. There goes Bandit, who is downstairs. It actually looks like everybody is downstairs on the tag. Oh no, I'm wrong. Blackbeard was still upstairs. And there goes.
It's like Blackbeard is able to pick off the last 2 members on ASU and win the round.
Yeah, I mean, based on what we're seeing from these teams, I think the only thing that's kind of really distinguishing one from the other is both teams are gambling with sites and strategies, and no one has really pulled off the defense. Like we saw the tower, 2 tower holds by ASU on Oregon, both of which didn't quite come off and ended up costing them the map. And now we might see something the same way with PSU taking offsites here.
And it looks like they're going to lobby again.
Okay.
Isn't this the least popular site over the 4 on Consulate?
I think it's pretty close between this one and the split site. I think it's like Teller's Archives. But they haven't even tried to do a basement yet, which I think, some people, I think second floor is obviously the number 1 site for this map, but I guess they're really just trying to pull this off. This is confidence too, is I think a lot of people oftentimes decide to just not go to the same site twice if you lose it, but I think if you are confident enough in your strategy, it can either be really bad or really good. It shows your character, I think.
Yeah. But if PSU is picking this site twice in a row, it should mean that they have been practicing it.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. And it could be one of those things too where they might even be like saving downstairs to maybe kind of create this rhythm and then change it up later. Like after this site, they are able to go back to second floor, which they're more comfortable with, and then maybe after that they go garage. They could just be playing mind games, or we could be reading into it too much.
It might just be they're more comfortable holding upstairs, and the fact that vertical play is pretty important on this site as well. Mm-hmm. With all the floor being like breakable, you can just watch from upstairs. But I think their hold just wasn't strong enough.
I think they lost it pretty quick. And, with the smoke and the Jaeger going down really quickly and only leaving the castle up there just really, put a lot of pressure on the other players on their team.
And again, this will be a pretty hard site to retake as well, especially once you get the plant down at main door. They'll just be watching long angles from outside.
Yeah. And especially if they have upstairs too, you can't really get any flanks on outside. Well, you can, but they're obviously very long angles too, and only 1 ACOG on defense, and being Maestro.
Oh, looks like Smoke's able to pick off the Blackbeard, and IQ, it's just took out the castle and spiral stairs.
Smoke still playing over in meeting.
So we still have Jaeger and Smoke standing strong upstairs, with Thatcher just in the bathroom. He is really low health as well.
Yeah. Looks like he is the only attacker upstairs, but
Oh, and they traded. Smoke is able to take down the thermite, but he also traded his life.
To the IQ of Zerfon. He's
Actually
now
have been
on.
doing pretty well clearing upstairs. But
Yeah,
oh, and Jaeger is will Jaeger be making his way up for the flank?
just sitting there. I mean, oh,
Oh,
the
and that's
diffuser goes
also
down.
the diffuser goes down.
He
And
is chased
IQ
off it though.
IQ
IQ,
has picked up the diffuser with 12 seconds left on the clock and a
is the fake
3v2.
plant. Oh, is able to take down the Maestro, and the plant will go down. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is a really close round.
Yeah, that was. I could have gone either way. I think, really Zerfon there on the IQ. Just,
IQ did a really good clear
yeah,
upstairs.
that was impressive. She was able to really quickly grab the diffuser that went down. And even though Jaeger got the kill initially of the Thatcher or
Yeah.
the Sledge, one of the British operators, like the diffuser going down didn't mean too much necessarily, and it could have, but I think the IQ just like picked it up, ran, and then was able to get the plane off too. It's very nice.
She was able to get the fake plan off just to bait the
Oh,
defender
yeah,
out from the bathroom and just got the frag.
yeah.
She had a pretty big impact on the last round.
Is that 4K or was it? I believe that
I'm
could have been a
pretty
4K, right?
sure it was either 304, either 304.
Yeah.
Alright, and PSU will have the second floor this time again.
Looks like they're going to do a similar thing with the pulse, sitting in his little pestering spot.
It's cute. I like it.
Me too. It's fun.
Alright, and looks like Mira will have a similar setup in the small kitchen. And perhaps on the bathroom as well.
A Maestro.
That Mira is actually really. I wouldn't know what to do opening a bathroom window and just look at a mirror.
Yeah, that's the thing too. She can also give it up really quick, and it doesn't mean that much. She can sit there in admin. She also has the Maestro in admin. Epic on the Maestro, placed it over there. But she has that rotation hole next to her, and then she can just go out through break room. And so it's basically like she can immediately say, "Hey, we lost admin," but then that not mean that much. But she can gain all that time for the defenders. It's really good.
Of course. Okay. So we see that uh ASU will be taking downstairs first, and it's a battle of the Pulse and the Blackbeard. Round
Yeah.
2.
This time there's the Blackbeards. Oh, no.
And they will try to pick the Pulse out downstairs this time. That's the only way to get Pulse out of his little corner.
It's a good adaptation, though. I mean, they learned from that first round. Probably talked about it.
And especially that she brought an IQ. Whenever Pulse pull out his gadget, IQ will just know where he is.
It's really good adapting from ASU, especially knowing they're going to be playing this site again, probably doing the same thing. And it did look like the Pulse was able to rotate back and is safe from the Capitoa Bowl. But he is now vulnerable to yellow, but there is no one in yellow to.
And he's also really low, and that's the Pulse going down from IQ downstairs. They definitely have adopted where the Pulse is gonna play. We're gonna get an IQ downstairs and a Capital, get him out of his corner. That is a really good plan from ASU.
We don't have the diffuser though, and it does look like Jaeger is lurking. Oh, and he's able to pull off the kill on the Blackbeard who was dangling outside. He was able to sneak into lower yellow and I think really just
It's a really
It,
quick rotation that the Jaeger is making here. Oh, and Capital is able to take down the smoke as well.
I
They
can do
have
my
full control of CEO currently.
Mira got stuck over on admin side, was not able to rotate back in time. Thanks to probably this Thatcher here. Where is the Jaeger? That's what I want to know.
Jaeger,
Is he still on
last
yellow?
time he was on spiral stairs.
Oh, okay.
Last time when I saw him, but he was on the basement stairs as well.
The
Okay,
Mira
now that
goes down.
it's a 1v2 situation, he got the frag on IQ. Oh my god. And there is the clutch. Now he just needs to find
Just to
the
find the bomb.
diffuser. And there is the clutch from B Money on Jaeger. He got it.
It's very impressive. I think that it looked like IQ, very much like me, thought he was on yellow, and he was not. So he was able to just really get a great flank and just pick all three of them off. 3v1. That was 3v1. He just pulled off.
He made a really quick rotation after running out on and killing the Blackbeard on bottom yellow stairs. And he just ran all the way on in basement to Spyros and pushed all the way up, surprising the attackers and being able to clutch the round.
Was that a 4K or was that an ace? I'm going to say it was a 4K because it doesn't seem like anyone was. Was that an ace? That might have been an ace. I can't believe. I don't know who got the first kill of the round on defense.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember either.
Everything
But looks
happened so
like
quickly.
they will be taking basement this time instead of lobby.
And they will be taking the Mira this time as well.
Mirror
Instead of
on
smoke.
garage, well, it's actually pretty strong. You can just look from kitchen or office, just have your windows staring out.
And you can also put one where she's putting it now. I believe that's like it's called storage. I'm not
Is that
really sure.
storage or office?
Office.
Yeah.
That's a good spot because you can watch as long as someone's holding behind you. And you can also put a rotate like through there, which is nice. Looks like they're castling off yellow, and be interesting to see if she. Oh, okay, so they're putting one upstairs and in
Looks like
bathroom.
they're doing a stronghold for piano.
Mm-hmm. They really emphasis on that vertical play. So it looks like as long as not sure if the ceiling to bathroom is soft, but the ceiling from piano is definitely soft. So
Ceiling from piano, it's soft, and the fact that putting a mirror there, it's way safer than actually being in piano room denying a buck or a sledge from coming in.
right.
Which looks like PSU did not have that plan. They just really quickly opened the garage door.
Yeah, I think PSU just has a really deep hold. They have the maestro playing on the truck. It does look like he has one black eye in garage. I'm not sure where the other one is, but they also ASU was able to take out the castle that was on yellow, so there are at most only 2 castles left on the map. It looks like
He will be
try to
opening
open up
the
the
other
garage
side of
more.
the garage as well.
Really sure why they haven't planted a white van yet. I guess they probably know the maestro is there, but they do have the black eye watching default plant for the garage.
Yeah, the fact that they have the black eyes, the evil eye there, it actually create some pressure. And IQ is trying to take out the other castle barricade, while
They do
castle.
have a Thatcher though that could be able to disable that black eye. So I'm not really sure why they don't just do that and plant, unless they are just. I don't know. They could totally cover. There's only the maestro and maybe the Mira watching it.
IQ is also trying to break down the castle barricade on to the kitchen door. And
they did get the pick onto V Money on the Jaeger who got the 4K last round. So it's time for somebody else to step up.
oh, and Thatcher is able to get a frag onto the Jaeger, and Mira upstairs is also downed. Oh, and Maestro came out with a trade onto the Thermite. And it's a 1v4 situation. He have 25 health, and ASU will be taking the round 5.
The IQ again. At least getting the 2 kills there. I might have been a third as well. It's impressive. And now they are going to second floor, and the sides have switched. Actually, now with ASU on defense, up 3-2 on their map pick, Consulate.
These two teams are actually playing really close right now.
Yeah, this is very, very exciting.
And second floor looks like they will not be bringing a Mira, but they have an alibi,
Doc
a
now.
Rook, and a Doc. The French brothers.
Yeah,
It's gonna come in strong.
those ACOGs.
It looks like they might be doing some spawn picker, or
We'll see.
you know, every time when I say that, they don't do it. So
Yeah.
they might not. They might.
I think this is the. They definitely look like they're going to spawn peak. I think when anytime a team takes the 2 French boys, you know, you gotta watch yourself.
You gotta watch yourself, and also with the alibi, the moment they should open the window, if they ended up hitting one of the decoys, defenders just know where they are.
Looks like the Legion is going to be over here, Tellers. No, I think he's coming back upstairs. Maybe playing admin, because currently there is no admin presence.
They currently do not have admin presence at all, but they do have an alibi in Visa or Tellers.
And they didn't spawn peak. Come on, guys.
Really looking forward to that song.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Two admin windows opened. Aki is able to get the frag onto the Rook from admin.
We can hold this really long angle.
Holding admin, it's really important, guys.
Yeah. I think this is, I mean, what I feel like anybody could watch this match and understand what really distinguishes a good defense from an okay defense.
Sledge being on Skylight, he's able to take down Jaeger through the Skylight window.
Yeah, just gotta have as much control as possible. You're gonna bottle up, a good team will take you out.
Right now.
I can't tell if he actually took out the
shield?
Shield. I don't think he did.
No, he did not. He didn't. But this is gonna be really hard on ASU because there's a minute and 30 seconds left and they're down to 3 men.
Yeah. And and there goes another.
Able to take out the dog from balcony. And Alibi got the refec onto the Havana, dropped the diffuser on ping. And Legion isn't able to win the gunfight against Captel. No, that was a Thatcher.
And
here it is. PSU will take round 6 off ASU. ASU actually didn't. The whole of ASU isn't really strong on the second floor. Compared to what PSU did on second floor with the Miram, the Pulse, second floor, it's definitely ASU is definitely weaker on the second floor hold.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for the same side again. Maybe try to spread out more upstairs, change things up a little bit. Taking a vigil this time, not bringing rook. And they are bringing pulse. Maybe they'll try what uh, PSU was doing to them in office for CEO.
Hey, that was a good hold. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, looks like he'll be switching over to Castle instead of Vigil. And it's almost like PSU predicted that and changed the thermite into a sledge.
Yeah. Or maybe they could have just assumed too that they might not be going to the same site and that they would want that vertical play just in case. But it's really good for them.
It's always safe to just bring a Habana.
Let's see where he puts these castles. And if
Alright, and looks like he will be castling the waiting room, connector window, and admin office. Yeah, from last round, they definitely realized that admin needs to be taken care of. Oh, look at all those punch holes that the doc did.
it looks like he is going to try to hold it from break room, sort of like what PSU did with the Mira, except not, and not having that extra reinforcement or extra rotation hole to his right.
This looks really cute. You just peek holes from the
Yeah.
dock. But he can also easily get.
Oh.
And here's the random spray. LMG, my guys.
Yeah, that's I guess the only bad thing about having peak holes is it also.
You can really, really easily get peeked out.
Yep, then you know someone's probably there. And it looks like they've already lost admin as a result of that. They
And it looks like the pulse this time is going to be playing downstairs instead of what PSU did in that little corner. And admin office, PSU have full control of it. And with Doc and Valkyrie, Sledge is able to take a frag from yellow stairs. And looks like it's not enough. ASU does not hold this side as strong as PSU does.
no, I think you could say in part it's the Mira, but it just doesn't seem like they had. It seems like that peak hole strategy just. I think it was a lot of work for not.
Right, and
Not
the
in the plan.
diffuser is getting planted down by Habana on a party room. And Pulse, it's not able to get the frag.
He is able to down Capital though.
Yeah, but Castle wasn't able to get the kill. Blackbeard can pick him up through the party room double window. And it's a 1v2 situation with Capital being down on the floor. Jaeger is trying to get a sneaky
And he can't
defuse,
peek through. Oh
and
my
the
goodness.
Blackbeard is here to save the day. Hopped into the window and got the frag in time. And this round will go to PSU.
It's now a 4-3. Or
Yeah,
yes,
it's
4-3.
currently 4-3 on the round to PSU. Looks like ASU is giving up second floor and going to garage instead.
Bandit and mute. Maybe.
I think ASU didn't take the advantage of Mira being opened on the second floor hold
Yeah,
since
but
It's just so strong putting a mirror facing admin office. Even if no one is standing behind the mirror in the first place, it still slows down the attacker because they'll have to drone it out and see if anyone is actually behind the mirror and think it through how they can push through the mirror window.
Yeah, and even if you don't engage, just that you have information instead of losing Doc. You know.
Exactly. Those punch holes, it's interesting, but it's also way too predictable that you can just spray through a soft wall and you'll either get a random headshot or you'll take him down to a really low health.
Yep. It looks like they will be having Amira in office.
It looks like the default mirror office, default mirror in office is still gonna be there. That's, of course, it's a really strong mirror against anyone that's gonna push down yellow stairs.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the bandit. They do have the mute, so it gives them the option maybe to deny opening the garage a bit, or they could just be using the mute to deny drones.
And it doesn't seem like they will be holding any floors above.
Just all in the basement.
His Doc have gotten the hatches on the first floor. And yeah, looks like they'll all be holding basement.
Yeah, it looks like Doc is playing all the way over in archives, at least, maybe hoping to catch one of the attackers out.
The fact that PSU have a sledge, vertical play, he might be able to catch people out on the by the white truck.
Yeah, it's like even if they are able to use that their anti-hard breaching capabilities to stop the Habana from opening garage, they can just shoot them from above because they have no control in piano.
It looks like PSU is going for the vertical play instead of opening the garage. Habana already have one hatch popped open on the Visa side, and Sledge, of course, will start doing his thing in piano room, trying to find the defenders by the truck. ASU definitely need more practice on defending in consulate. And the bandit is taken down by the capital already. There's 1 minute left on the round, and it's gonna be a 5v4 situation.
And the Capital did spot that Mira, and I guess someone was able to down her and then kill her.
Sledge is able to just chuck 2 grenades down from the ceiling and kill the Mira.
It's down to a 4v1.
And they're well aware where he is. They know they have site control. They know he's trapped in the little closet, and Blackbeard is able to find him through the wall.
Very well executed by PSU, but again, they have so much utility on the side of ASU, but they don't make the most of it by just kind of letting them either shoot it from upstairs or not even have a reason to place it for that, foregoing the upstairs control.
PSU definitely need to step up their vertical play, since they have not been holding any other floors when they are defending. On second floor, they're not holding admin at all. They don't have enough rotations. Most of them are just sitting inside, and of course, that gives defenders a really small area to hold and attackers really easily to find angles on them.
Yep, and it is a match point to PSU now, and ASU going back to basement. Let's see if they can try to at least hold on to piano and or bathroom for a bit longer than last round.
Definitely.
And they're going with the Maestro this round. No Mira this time. Guess.
They swapped it out with a Lesion instead. That will
Mhm.
definitely slow PSU down, but I'm not sure by how much.
Yeah, especially when almost all their kills just came from above, not from pushes. It, we'll see. Once again, just getting the upstairs hatches or first floor hatches, the bathroom and lobby.
And the fact that Kai is banned, so they don't really have anything to stop Habana from opening the hatches.
Right. But I mean, that's the other thing too. Is even I don't know. It's even if they had the Kaid, they could also. We haven't seen any Maverick played this game, or both games. We haven't seen Maverick, but you know, it's. I think you can't always just rely on the hatches. You know, I feel like they have to have presence up there, otherwise they're going to be all stuck in the site, and or some of them dead, man down. You know, like with a minute and a half left in the round.
Alright, Sledge is already in Visa office trying to peek down surface stairs.
He's got an angle all the way to garage. Oh, and their young sweat gets a kill onto the money. The Legion taking out the Capital.
That's quite a bit of utilities down, but
And
yes,
also, I believe V Money is the top of their scoreboard right now for PSU. So that's
definitely. And now that ASU actually have two members holding upstairs, this might be harder for PSU. I mean, ASU had defender holding upstairs. My bad.
yeah. I don't know, and they have kind of killed half the time, and we do still have. They have the upstairs presence with Jaeger. He has at least one ADS with him.
With Jaeger and Lesion that was slowing down the attackers from upstairs. They only got one kill, even though, but with the glue mines and PSU knowing they were upstairs, definitely slow them down and make them have to think through the push. And now that we only have 45 seconds left on the clock, and
Yeah,
Jaeger, it's actually slowing coming back for the flank.
yeah, he's doing a late rotation. He's able to gun down Sledge there, and Firewall on the dock was able to kill Divine on the Blackbeard. Now with just 25 seconds left, we'll see if Juan and Thatcher can pull something off.
They have the diffuser, but it's also in a 5v2 situation.
Yeah, I think
They will have to force a push. And 7 seconds left. They will have
and
to
that's it.
And that's round 9 to ASU.
And they held upstairs. And
They did it!
it was great. Yeah, look at that. Was it? I don't know if they got any kills in their last, or I mean, it might have just been one or two. But now it's like complete turning of the tables just from that whole. It was great. And now
And
the other thing is they do still have upstairs. They have any site besides the one they just won, basement.
definitely, and
to
it
split
took
site.
them a while, but they definitely adopted how PSU likes to play vertical, and they put two members up on the first floor and able to slow them down by a lot.
Yeah, this has been really fun. I think both of these teams, have been really competitive, and not even just from the sense of their gunning, but just really how they've adapted to each other. It's been very fun to see, sites and strategies and, sort of this extra level of competition between the two of them. They are going second floor. Back to the
Definitely.
first site.
Now we will just have to see if they can adopt to hold, maybe have a member downstairs and hold admin office. That's the most important part. For the past 3 rounds that they defended, 3 or 2 rounds that they defended upstairs,
It was just the two.
PSU just walked into admin without a problem.
Yeah, and they aren't bringing a Mira, but we'll see if they try to hold admin. And either, they could. I feel like it would have been better if they hadn't just done something with those peak holes and maybe just had someone sit in admin and at least harass. Because that's all they need is just some delay.
Of course,
Not
just
even kills, not information,
being
even if you lose them. But yeah,
being in admin, they'll have to drone you out, found you there, plan out their push. That's gonna waste a lot of PSU's time.
yeah, and I mean, even if you do take that man down at that point, it's time, and that's what like a lot of these rounds have come down to is if you let them take the map or like half of the map over really quickly, they're just going to pick you off in the site.
It looks like Bandit is gonna be going downstairs into the basement. This this is interesting. And again, Blackbeard and Capital, it's able to just look at admin and hop in there.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess we'll see. You know, it could be that ASU is just kind of trying to plan for like a late rotate, but that is kind of a very high risk decision. Um, and look at that. Legion is down to about 15, 20 health right away.
You need to look for the dock.
Yeah.
Alright, now we see 3 members being in the basement, and this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just trying to force PSU to drone them a bunch.
Yeah, but they're not realizing that PSU it's already finding their way into sight.
Yeah, I mean, Blackbeard's sitting on his window, and just B is completely open. Or A is completely open. They do have one person in B, but, I mean, they could just plant. Or, unless there is a black eye in there, but even then, like... does seem like they know someone's downstairs.
Okay, so the fact that Habana is just checking if anyone is gonna flank behind them, but with a shield there, I think it's pretty safe for her to just go in, since it'll also force the vault on the defenders if they wanna go inside.
Oh, and that Maestro, I guess, must have had a black eye or someone watching a cam in there. Or it must have been on the black eye because there is no Valkyrie. But, and the diffuser's down. And it does look like they're pulling this late rotate. I guess not many claymores down, or just not a lot of flank watch going on now.
So looks like Bandit and Jaeger will be trying to go back to site. They are planting down the diffuser. Right now, diffuser is downed, and they took out the entire team. See, ASU just have to run more.
Yep, I mean, this is what we're talking about, it's like the adapting. I think it's like, they lost those 3 rounds in a row, right? I think. Or, it's just like yes, they lost the 3 rounds in a row, and then they kind of realized, hey, we won when we weren't all in sight, and they just kind of decided, hey, we don't have to hold admin. Let's just scare them, or just make them uneasy and then do what they did.
Of course, they definitely built up the team coordination and was able to actually hold the site. And even if there was only 2 people on site, Maester was doing a fantastic hold. And with the people roaming, that they can just come out of nowhere and take down the attackers as they plant down the diffuser. That's a really good play by ASU.
Yeah, and props to that Maestro, for being able to like basically hold that down himself. If he had died, things might have been different. Like but there was no roam clear from PSU, so I guess they were, it all came down to that initial engagement. Whether the plant went down initially, there was just kind of all in this post-plant situation where roamers coming back. Instead, it was the diffuser has been like not planted, is down, and then all these roamers are coming back, and it's just pure chaos for the attackers.
Of course, and looks like they will be doing a similar setup from PSU, putting a mirror looking at admin, and of course the mirror looking at bathroom. You can see the wall is already prepared and reinforced for her.
Yeah,
And
the black guy is probably going to go down in admin like they had been doing previously.
of course, this is a pretty scary evil eye. You can see through the entire admin, and if anyone comes in, you'll just know. And it's pretty hard to destroy it as well.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain even with an Ash or Zofia, which the attackers don't have, you would have to be within admin to be able to shoot it.
Definitely. So they are, of course, prepping for the admin hold, as usual. And looks like Maestro is just gonna be sitting on site behind the table.
Yeah, and it looks like
And
Pulse is not in his spot.
Pulse this time, it's playing downstairs. Finally. Okay, and he is able to pick off the capital right off the bat.
And then I guess, yeah, I think this is important. Obviously, you're a man down very quickly like that, but will ASU be able to, kind of probe and find the weak spot of PSU, aka not admin, when either push up spiral, push up yellow? We'll see. When they try to do this. We do have V Money lurking, roaming down in the garage, which is just going to always raise questions for the attackers, keep them uneasy.
And with the Pulse just sitting downstairs holding his heartbeat detector out, he's able to pick off IQ as well.
Oh my goodness.
This is what ASU have to do. The vertical hold, it's really strong, especially on this map. Knowing most of the floor is destructible, there's a lot of run out spots that you can do. And the fact that the mirror window is sitting there, it really slows down the Blackbeard from just sitting outside of admin window, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, and I mean, now we're down to 50 seconds, 3v5, the attackers, and they don't seem to have made too much headway on any of these kinds of pushes. Blackbeard's still kind of just sitting around admin. Everybody knows where he is on the defensive side.
And with the Pulse, he's also able to locate where ASU is. He knows the Blackbeard is outside admin window. Mira can just... Oh, that's a really good angle that Habana found herself by destroying the printer wall. But with 15 seconds left on the clock and a smoke on the defender team, a 4v2 situation, will they be able to get the plant down or kill all four of them?
I don't know.
2 seconds, and that's it. The round will go to PSU.
It just seems like they, just clear communication, letting the roamers roam, and just, it looks like we're going to get a rehost here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this has been a really entertaining match. Going to overtime, both maps obviously is very fun to watch, and I don't know. It just seems like I think PSU is able to obviously take Mira and see why you're. Oh, PSU was able to take advantage of that unbanned Mira, and ASU was not. And even though ASU is ASU was still able to succeed in, I think, 2 defensive rounds, they still weren't able to really take advantage of that Mira, which it seems like PSU has.
All right, looks like we're gonna have a rehost for ASU. Maybe they'll have to spend a little bit more time talk about their strategy.
Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, you're back into. I guess it's their third match point for PSU, and I don't know. They will be attacking. PSU will be attacking. ASU will be defending. It'll be interesting to see if they go basement or second floor. Um, Obviously, they were able to pull it off on both sites, so probably feel confident in either one of their strategies. But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, and we'll see if ASU have a pretty good attack.
Yeah, they seemed really confident in that first half.
In the first half, but they definitely have to work on their defense.
Yeah, I think it's it's just as we've said before, it's just really clear what makes them lose rounds on defense is just not having enough presence around the map. Um, but they're more than capable of it. So I don't know. It's exciting. We'll see. Because obviously, if they do win this defense, PSU will not be able to go back to the second floor. So they'll have to either go to one of their less favorite sites. And I think that I believe that PSU only won defenses on the second floor, if I'm not mistaken. So if ASU does win this round and takes it to the final round, things could get really interesting.
All right, so we're just setting back up the rehost, and the match will be starting soon.
Cool. And
All right, looks like we're back from the Wii host. Okay, so currently it's 6-5 on overtime on PSU versus ASU on consulate. PSU have taken second floor defending on overtime and has won that site.
Yep, and
So
now I guess we'll see where ASU decides to go, and it looks like they're going to basement.
they definitely
Which,
have a better hold on basement from the last few rounds because it feel like they don't know what to roam on second floor, not being able
yeah,
to go upstairs.
yeah, I feel like that's like a whole thing. It's like obviously just being on a different level than your opponents, like vertically, is good. It just feels better when you're up top. So I think that when you are roaming below, um, just like interesting. But yeah, they had a really resounding victory when they did win in basement. For the two defensive rounds they won this one without taking a loss. It was flawless. Um, so we'll see if they're able to recreate that success.
Okay, and looks like they will not have a Mira, but they have a Lesion and a Maestro that will be slowing attackers down. Jaeger is getting hatches upstairs, and Doc is heading over to Visa office or not. Okay, he's coming back. Let's see if they will be holding second floor this time, since last time when they did it, it actually went. Okay,
Yeah.
so we we do have a Lesion on second floor and a Jaeger on the first floor right now. Um, trying to deny the vertical play from PSU, but PSU actually didn't bring any soft breacher this time. They have a Thermite and the Thatcher instead getting ready to breach the garage wall.
They do have the Habana too, so I mean, looks like obviously the bandit will try to trick as much as he can, but unless we just see something incredible, they are going to get through that garage. Um,
It looks
but
like Thatcher failed his first grenade because it bounced off on the car.
oh my goodness! So there go two of the bandits, and I guess that has been two Thatchers.
Definitely, and now we'll just have to see if he's able to trick the Thermite charge, and he is. Oh, and Jaeger on the first floor being able to pick off the Capital.
Yep, and it looks like they are able to get the garage door open, and also Habana getting a kill and opening the hatch.
Habana is able to pick off the Jaeger on the first floor, getting the refrag for the Capital. But the bandit trick definitely wasted a little bit of time of PSU, because look, there's only a minute left on the timer. It's a 4v4 situation.
Yeah, I don't. The bandit, I believe, is the only one of the defenders. I take that back. The Legion is also in tellers.
So, with the bandit and Lesion roaming upstairs, maybe able to pick off any Habana or something, and they will be able to try to get the diffuser down. Doc is able to pick off the Blackbeard, and Lesion it gotten the Thatcher down. Habana it's down on yellow stairs as well. So this is technically a 4v1 situation where
Right.
Thermite is sitting outside of garage door just watching the planted diffuser.
And I guess. Oh, and there it goes. They were able to take out the thermite and win defense. So now PSU will have to defend not on the second floor for the deciding round.
So PSU looks like PSU will either hold front lobby or basement. That have been the two sites that I saw them holding. But since, yeah, I was about to say, since lobby wasn't going too well in the 2 rounds that they tried to defend it, it looks like they'll be going to basement instead with the Mira, Smoke, and Castle. It doesn't look like they will try to defend the garage door and will just let it open.
Yeah, and really having 3 hard anchoring operators. Even though we did see, I believe on Oregon we saw Epic with the Maestro and Tower a couple of times. So I guess he is a roaming pasta boy. But I don't
Hey,
know.
big boys can also roam. They're just a little bit louder than usual, but you know. And it looks like they are gonna switch out the Blackbeard to a Thermite, knowing that they are gonna go basement instead of the first floor.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is that yes? So their only hard breacher is the Thermite, but
No,
we'll
it's
see. And
definitely
this is actually, I think, the first round we've seen a shield operator all day, and it's the final one, the final round of the day.
definitely you can see they really want this W.
Yeah.
Especially they have lost Oregon really closely. But we're back to the 6-on-6 overtime match point. This is the last round for both teams, and it'll decide who's if it's gonna be a PSU win or if it's gonna be a tie in this series.
Yeah. I don't know. This division is really heating up for these last 2 weeks of games. I'm really excited to see how things go in the tournament with how competitive everybody seemed to have gotten. So we got the Mira in office. I'm not really sure where the black eyes are. I'm sure there is the one in garage, kind of watching default plant spot. Smoke playing bathroom.
Also, as we can tell, as expected, PSU does still have a really strong vertical hold. They have a mirror upstairs, a bathroom completely safe for defenders to hold, stopping anyone coming from trying to come in from piano. And there's 2 evil eye watching default plant and the spiral stairs hallway. Now that garage door is wide open, Mira, it's definitely getting more pressured, and Maestro is just comfortably sitting behind White Truck.
Yeah. Obviously, it seems like IQ. Once again, she took the Claymore, which is always usually good, but it seems like there have been a couple times where things would have been a lot easier for her if she had those breaches, being able to open up this. Oh, look at that Jaeger!
And there is
Top of
V-Money
Spiral.
on top of Spiral, taking down both Monty and IQ down. And Smoke is still really safe in bathroom, denying any entry to piano room.
And that was also ASU's top fragger Zerfon on the IQ, who got taken out by the bandit of V-Money. And doesn't look. Man, they still have a lot of upstairs control, and there's only 50 seconds left. V-Money is over on yellow, which is frighteningly close to the Capitao. We'll see what happens there. I don't know if he knows he's there, what the droning situation looks like.
Even though PSU have 3 people upstairs, they still have a really strong hold downstairs with the Mira and Maestro. And with the Smoke dropping down the hatch, there's an extra layer of defense denying the plant.
Yeah.
Thermite's able to take down the Maestro.
And there we go. ASU just. I think they finally realized how little defense there actually was on the site, and just Beautiful push. It was great. And we have
So
a tie. That was possibly the closest match in the Rogue Spear division. Um, I would have to double
this
check,
is
but both matches going to overtime and it tying. That's awesome. That's so,
this is a really close match for ASU versus PSU. Even the first map and the second map, they both went into double OT, and each team took one map off the other team and results in a tie.
yeah, that was really exciting. And we'll have to see how the division standings actually change up. But I'm really excited to see next week will be the final matches in this division, which will be PSU playing NMSU and ASU playing UOIT. And I mean, there's still everything to play for, even though Penn State has won the division. Um, I'm fairly certain that the mobility of all three other teams could go any of the number of ways it could go. So exciting.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, thank you for watching tonight. It's a CA Invite League Siege. This was ASU versus PSU, and have a good night.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.